All right, welcome to Module 5. By now you've learned how to pick the right market, how to analyze the deals, how to finance them. But even if you're amazing at all three of those, if you still can't really scale without a team, right? Real estate is a team sport. The investors who grow fast aren't necessarily the smartest. They're the ones who've built the right relationships. So in this lesson, I'll walk you through exactly who you need on your team and what each role does and how to find the kind of people who can help you win, really. So why does your team determine your speed? Early on, I tried to do everything myself, finding properties, running numbers, managing tenants, even doing small repairs. And it worked kind of until it just didn't work at all. So your time as an investor is best spent making decisions, not chasing paperwork or fixing toilets. So you build a team who you can pay properly and they can handle details while you focus on the strategy or on your career or other things, right? Think of it this way. Your power team equals your leverage, just like your financing relationship also equals your leverage. So with that being said, let's go over the 6 core members of every investor's team one by one. So you need an investor-friendly agent, real estate agent, right? You need a realtor who understands income properties or rental properties, not just pretty houses, right? Like, regular real estate is based on comparables. Rental properties are based on cash flow. It's very different. So you want to really make sure that your real estate agent actually understands the business and ideally owns their own rental properties so that they actually get it, right? Selling or buying real estate and making commission is not the same as earning cash flow. They should know how rental demand and they should know what the average rents are in the area. They should know what rental demands are, and they should understand cash flow math. So be able to spot undervalued off-market deals. You want to ask them questions like, how many investors do you currently work with? You want to ask them, do you own any rental properties yourself? If they can't answer those questions confidently, just keep looking, right? Your next ally is your mortgage broker. A great broker is worth their weight in gold, right? They'll help you structure financing for long-term growth, not just one-off deals. So look for someone who also works with investors regularly, has access to multiple banks and alternative lenders, and understands cash flow-based underwriting. They'll also help you plan how many properties you can buy before you hit your borrowing limits. And it's crucial if you want to scale. Next is your lawyer or your closing attorney. Your lawyer is the one who protects your contracts, reviews your purchase agreements, and ensures clean title transfers. They also help you set up your holding corporation or LLCs if you're doing that. They help you set up draft joint venture agreements or partnership contracts. They manage seller financing paperwork, so vendor financing. If you're going through the seller financing, like I mentioned in the previous video, they will help you with that. Don't just hire general lawyers for this work. Find a real estate specialized lawyer. Again, I prefer it if they're cash flow real estate investors as well, right? Who do rental properties. I'd like everyone on my team to actually understand it. Find one who specializes in real estate transactions, though, at the very minimum, and investment structures. Moving on, we get to your accountant or tax strategist. A good accountant can save you tens of thousands of dollars over time. They'll advise you about depreciation and if you should or shouldn't use a depreciation strategy. They'll advise you on the best ownership structures, whether that's personal, corps, LPs, trusts. They'll help you understand depreciation, deductions, tax sheltering. They'll help prepare you for refinancing or sale events. The next one you're going to need is property managers or tenant specialists. This is the one that most people skip. They try and do it themselves. Terrible idea. Make sure you factor a strong property manager into your deals and it cash flows with the property manager, especially if you don't live near the properties, right? So you don't want to be bottlenecked by I can't buy any properties that are too far from my house because I can't manage them myself. You're better to find a market that's growing, an awesome market that has cash flow properties, and if you don't live close, no problem. Just hand it off to a professional manager. A great property manager they'll handle leasing, tenant screening, rent collection, they'll coordinate your maintenance and your inspections. They'll keep your property compliant with local laws, and the biggest one, they protect your time, right? Your focus should be growing on growing your portfolio, right? It should be on your whatever you're doing that makes all your money. Or if you're raising money, it should be on that part, right? In my case, I want to make content. I want to make courses to help other people. I like doing a lot of other things. I don't have time, even though I have the systems and I have managed properties. I currently am managing one of my properties right now, but overall, I can't have 100 properties and self-manage them all. So that is the most important one, is really having a strong, I'm reluctant to say the most important one, but it's a very important one, is having a strong property management. And last, but certainly not least, is insurance broker. So often overlooked, but very essential. You want coverage that fits your investment properties, right? You need to insure these assets properly. So pay the money. They are very expensive things to not have properly insured, right? And it's slightly different than a personal home. A knowledgeable broker can bundle policies for multiple units. They can advise you on liability coverage, vacancy clauses. They can help you with short-term rental insurance. They can help you navigate claims if something goes wrong with regards to tenant stuff. And all of that being said, as your portfolio expands, your team might also include, or depending if you're what type of investor you are, if you're getting into like renovation stuff, contractors, tradespeople, electricians, plumbers, painters. Also important is a bookkeeper, having a strong bookkeeper or VA bookkeeper for doing your expenses, like your income statement, balance sheet. There's more people on the team that would include people like appraisers, inspectors, having a strong inspector. If you're buying a whole bunch of properties in the same market, which I advise you find a good market and then continue buying in the same market, and then you can move faster. Once you have all these people in place, you're just so much more effective at doing all the analysis, and doing everything is so much more effective when you have all these players. On the master Excel analysis sheet, I have a whole section where I put all of my different contractors and all these different partners in each market. So once I've picked that market, I find the best of the best in each of the markets, and I put my team together, right? So how do you find and vet these people, make sure they're the right people, and make sure that they're right players? Well, joining local real estate investor associations or meetups can be great. Asking for referrals inside of online investor communities, or going through your real estate agent and finding they're going to have a lot of networks and referrals within that as well once you start working with an investor-oriented real estate agent. Yeah. And I'd say you just have to start networking and then asking questions to help and letting people know what your actual intention is, and are you looking to build a portfolio, right? Tell people that what your strategy is, and they can start directing you in the right direction. I'm building a long-term portfolio, and I'm not a one-time client. I'm looking to partner with people who want to grow together. That simple mindset kind of attracts professionals who take you more seriously, right? Once you have your team, treat them like partners, not vendors. Communicate clearly, pay promptly, share your wins with them. And yeah, tell your real estate agent you'll send them a testimonial, right? Then they'll want to help you more, right? If your broker helps you secure a really good interest rate, refer them to other people. That goodwill builds loyalty, and loyalty builds speed. Inside the resource section, you're going to find a Power Team Builder template, I guess. It's kind of a one-page worksheet where you can just kind of write in all your different people and start building your list there. So even if you're just beginning, reach out, start building those relationships. The right connections will make sure that all your future deals are smoother and faster. So to recap, the Power Team is your leverage. Surround yourself with experts who understand investors, not just homeowners, and you're going to move further, faster, and with less stress. In the next module, we'll cover making the offer and closing the deal. So how to structure your offer, protect yourself with the right conditions, and move from an accepted offer to a closing date with total confidence. I'll see you in there.